Hi, welcome to Angels and Reasons. I'm Rob, General Manager of Spark Angel Network. I have Scott with us, one of our active investors. Scott, nice to have you on the show.
Pleasure to be here.
So why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you got into angel investing?
So I'm fortunate enough to have had a diverse career in a number of different companies, and large Fortune 500 companies and smaller companies. I've also worked in a number of different areas, from finance to investment to marketing to operations and most recently with small businesses. And so I look at that experience and say, how can I apply that to help others? And so the idea of joining an angel investing group and giving back or recycling that knowledge and maybe some of the funds is exciting to me, because I think it's important that we grow small businesses and we grow the ecosystem for angel investing. A lot of people will look at angel investing and they say, okay, it's at high risk. A lot of companies will not make it. Why would you participate in something like that? Like, why wouldn't you just go to the track and put some money down on some horses or something like that? And it's actually an interesting analogy. It's a good one for angel investing, but it's also a bad one. It's a bad one because when you go to the track and you put money on a horse, you basically just hope and pray that your jockey and your horse finishes the race. Where in angel investing, there is a process, and there is the opportunity to get close to the idea and close to the business owner, and you can actually impact the results. I mean, you can help determine which horse is going to cross the finish line, and you're not just hoping and praying. It's a good analogy for angel investing because we use that expression, of course, as jockeys and horses as well in the industry. That the jockeys being the founder of the company or the management team, and the horse being the idea. And it's important to have both of those. I think we tend to favor more the jockeys than the horses. And if you've got a good jockey, eventually they'll find a good horse. But it is like going to the track in that way. And I think that this idea that when you join an angel investment group, it's all about the ROI and the deal flow and making sure you hit that return that you want. Is maybe how some people join. They kind of look for that, and they want a higher risk, higher return piece of their portfolio. But most people, when they get into it, they realize it is about the jockeys and the horses. It's about getting close to the founders, sharing their passion, getting really excited about the ideas, and seeing them through across the finish line.
It's perfect. And so for someone that's considering joining or maybe watching this, has some questions,
Yep.
What would you tell that person?
I would tell them for sure, just come on out. You can come out, you can meet the people in the group, you can see what the process is. If you want to participate in a specific deal, you're certainly welcome to do that. And one of the good things about Spark is we have a lot of people who now have some experience, and we've gone together in a number of deals over time. And as a result of that, we have sort of a collaboration system that you can do. So on some investments, the minimum will be $25,000 to participate, but you don't have to have that minimum in order to do it. You can, for a few $1,000s, you can join one of these groups, and then that allows you to see the process and see the system and see how people actually manage investments and do the due diligence. And then once you've gone through it a couple more times, then you get more comfortable with the process, and then maybe you'll join.
Perfect. So out of the different opportunities that you've seen, what has sort of been one or two that have sort of been the most interesting to you, or interesting ideas, whether it's the person or the actual company that have come forward?
Well, I think that there's always really good ideas that are out there, and when you look at them, you have to say, okay, can they be implemented? Because sometimes the ideas are easy, but the actual business process, and particularly around marketing and ideas, is the challenging part. And then you look at the people that are going to implement it and say, can they really see this through? Because it's always more difficult than it is. We had one that came in that was one of the more successful angel investments, and the presenter presented the idea, which was solid, but it was obvious that the idea hadn't been fully cooked, and it needed some more work. But within that presentation, there was a seed of something, and the value in the investment opportunity and the value of the company wasn't. It didn't match what the founder thought it was. So over a period of time, we were able to clarify what the business was about and what the reward was. And as a result, it's one of the most successful businesses we've had in the last 2 years. So without naming specific names, I think that it's important to realize, particularly with software, when the idea is and the owner is saying that there's a specific value associated with the software. Sometimes it's the data behind that, and sometimes it's taking the software and applying it to a different sector. When you look at a number of different things, you see that there's value in things, and part of the role of the angel is to help the owner clarify that, so that you get a return on investment, but you also help the system.
Right. No, that's perfect. So that concludes our segment on angels and reasons. So thanks, Scott. It was great to have you.
Thanks.